Oh, snap. It's time to yap. And I'm your host, Big C, and welcome to another episode of Just Yapping. Today's Yap episode will be about traditions and where did they go? And I'll be covering what traditions do you guys out there remember? Also, what traditions do you guys hold still within your families? And I'll close out, what can we do to keep these traditions going, right? So I'll start off by saying traditions and where did they go? So it's been crazy, right? Especially now that the holiday season is upon us, right? It's getting cold out. Well, for those in the East Coast and the South, I know you guys are still warm and out west and stuff. It's not, you guys have great weather, but I'm not complaining. It's getting a little chilly, but the weather has been nice. Anyway, traditions, right? That the holidays are coming up, and unfortunately, like I spoke in my last episode, those that are not around us anymore left behind, a good legacy, right? And they always want us to continue the traditions. What does traditions mean to you guys, right? So for me, traditions would be like, since I'm Puerto Rican, right? We had so many traditions growing up. Like we would go, especially during like Thanksgiving and during Christmas and stuff, like no joke, we would get everybody together, and you Latinos out there can actually understand where I'm coming from. When we were younger, get together, put everybody in the car and go to so-and-so's house. And it was like door after door after door, house after house after house. And we literally would either sleep on the chair of the people's houses that we were at or whatever. And the adults would have a great time. And, and they kept it going and moving. Making sure that the family was all together was, I think, the most important as far as traditions are concerned. Nobody wants to see their families separated. Unfortunately, some of us don't have, we have certain family members that are maybe like incarcerated, like I did at the time. And they couldn't be with us, but still they know out there that we had loved them at the time, and we still do, even though they're not here. But the traditions right now, there are, and I'm again, there's so many traditions out there that people withhold. Doesn't have to be the Latin cultures or anything like that. The Irish and the Italian. The Italian, oh my God, I have family members who are Italian and forget it. They listen. If I say it wrong, hey, I'm sorry. All right, don't send it. Don't send a hit squad over here. So I know they do, like around Christmas, right? They do I think it's a 7 fish or 12 fish. What? Unbelievable. And they keep that going, right? And the la nonna, different pastas, right? That they would make. And I mean, all by hand. And I'm pretty sure you guys out there seen the Instagram video where the lady, she's so lovely, right? She's probably younger than probably 90 something, right? And she's making her whole pasta and doing it by hand. Beautiful, right? That's amazing to me. Those are traditions, right? And they don't want that stuff to go away, right? Even they left behind cookbooks, like my mother-in-law left behind a cookbook, right? And from time to time we try to compare it, but guess what? It's not gonna be exact. It's gonna be close, but it's not gonna be exact. Why? She had love, right? And some of us cook just to like say, hey, I'm almost there, but that love was there in that experience, right? And what was taught from her parents and their so on and so forth, great grandparents, right? So those traditions, we got to try and hold on to them, because man, they're slipping away, and I don't blame our adults, parents. I literally blame social media. Social media has been positive, and social media has been super negative, because unfortunately, and it's hard to say, and these are for those, obviously, those that have children, but those that don't have children, here we go, right? Young kids don't want to learn anything. And not only in the home front, even in the work front, traditions, they don't care. Why? Because they can call Uber Eats and get a pasta dish delivered to them. They don't care. They don't have to slave over the stove, and they don't have to do certain things that we've done or I've helped out in the past when my mom was alive. They don't. They don't care. Hey, come here. I want to teach you something. Nah, I'm good. It's insane to me. And it's happening more and more and more. Not only at the home front, but at the work front. These kids don't want to learn how to mow the lawn. They don't want to learn how to swing a hammer. They don't want to learn nothing. Seriously, they just want to go on the computer. They just want to play their games. They want to chit chat all day. They want to know what trend is hot out there. They want to know. And the adults are to blame too, because we do the same thing too. We're constantly looking down, not knowing what's going on around us. And it's changing quick, fast, in a hurry, right? But there's only so much that you can do, because traditions are just that. It's a tradition that's only going to last with so little. And then now, this younger generation is going to have a tradition of their own, right? Their tradition is probably not going to be not doing it, right? That's their tradition. Nah, I don't do that. But our traditions held so much, right? We made sure that every year when Thanksgiving came by, or someone's birthday, or Christmas, or Easter, or right, the family was there. The family dressed up. The family came to whoever's house, or we met up, or whatever venue we went to, and right, that's how it was. And I know a lot of my fans out there can actually relate. It's pretty sad though, right? It's pretty sad, because you don't ever want that to go away, because that's only a reflection of your family and your life and how we all grew up. There are some kids out there and there are some parents out there for sure. We try, but it's pretty hard. But I know there's some really, really good people out there that teach their kids, and they're like, listen, man, this is the way it is. And if you don't like it, you can skedaddle somewhere else, right? But you also don't want to be like that. You want them to learn, and you want them to, pick up, because I say it to my son all the time. I say, listen, mommy and daddy, we ain't going to be on this earth forever. And I said that on my last podcast, right? We're not going to be here forever. So I'm paving that road for you. And whichever way you get on it, straight, we want you to go straight. But, there's a turn, there's some bumps, and there's all that. You got to fix that yourself. We're not going to be there to help you get over that. So that's where we are right now with traditions. I want you, if you guys can, if you do comment on my YouTube page or on my TikTok page, let me know, what traditions do you guys remember from back in the day? Or do you still hold those traditions within your family? On the work front, right? We spoke about that today. I've been in a I'm going to say it's in a government business, right? For the last I'm pushing almost 23 years that I've been there. And it took me it took the crew probably just that to learn the system of what type of work we do. And it's to the point now that we're going to get there, that we're going to retire. And there's probably 6 guys total within our crew. And 4 are going to retire within the next 7, 8 years, let's say. So that means that you have to hire willing, capable, skilled people. And when I tell you, this is a situation where if it doesn't happen, it can be a lot of trouble. It can be detrimental to the places where they live, because it's a natural resource that they need in order to survive. Excuse me. If that doesn't happen, they're going to have to go out to outside people to help them get it done. And it shouldn't be that way. And it's hard to find good, skilled workers who are interested in doing the job. And that's sad. And it's up to the local government and the administration to figure out what's going to happen. I mean, we're the workers, and we do what we do, and we go home, right? It's to me, it's to the point where it's almost scary because there are a lot of younger kids that I know out there too that don't even want to become fire or especially police now. Nobody wants to be a cop now. People are like, you insane? Look what's going on. Where do you revisit, right, the loss in traditions, school traditions? I went back to my old high school for a game, I would say maybe 10 years or so ago. And it was pretty sad because at the high school, like at the football stadium and stuff, we used to have banners, right, of all the championships that we won, the times that we were there, and before, like all the banners that were there, state champions or regional champions or section champions, right? And the field wasn't painted, and it used to be painted. They used to be balloons, but not anymore. Not anymore. Some schools still have that tradition, right? Some schools still love that go, 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 fight, 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 Colleges and universities are a little different, right? Because that's what they want. Even the alumni, they love that stuff. And the kids nowadays, they have to learn how to withhold those traditions, especially like when I took my little guy to go see the Army play at West Point, right? A different level. They love that stuff, and it's that will never subside because that's a way of life for them, right? The cadets. So there's so many traditions. We can go on for days with traditions, but it's we have to find a way. We have to find a pattern of not to let it go. For Thanksgiving, I recall my mother-in-law when she was alive. I keep going back to her because when I came into marrying my wife and getting into the family, she had a lot of like rich traditions that I'm like, oh boy, like I hope I can match with her one day. But it used to be like at the end of eating, like the turkey and everything, underneath either your seat or your plate, she would put like lotto scratch off tickets and stuff to wish everybody good luck, right, for the next coming year, like because Christmas and then the New Year. And at the time there were probably like 15 of us, and she spent maybe $10, $20, right? So, my mother-in-law was no joke. She spent good money on the tickets and stuff. Did anybody win? I don't think so. I don't think anybody ever won big, but those, and I'm not talking about that's little silly things and stuff, little games and stuff, but it was what she loved to do. Now we can hardly, like, even within our family, after like our parents and our loved ones passed away, we don't do that stuff no more. We have Thanksgiving and Christmas, everybody breaks up, or certain times of the year, 4th of July or whatever, people just, disappear. People don't celebrate like they used to. Why? I just don't know. I just don't know. But let's see how we can all get together as one and figure this thing out, because it's kind of sad. It really is sad. And I would hate for the traditions to go away. In closing, how do we keep this thing going? Traditions are important. We need them in order for our younger generation to understand that the traditions within my family uphold, right? I hope that you out there watching this episode, I hope your traditions hold up to what you remember them to be. And with the upcoming seasons, we have to let our kids know, learn how to cook or learn how to do this. And there's a recipe book that grandma or grandpa or auntie or whomever, knew. And it necessarily doesn't have to be about cooking. It definitely has to just be about protecting one another so nobody else can take it away from you. You have that right within the tradition, within your family, or at work, or at school, right? Those are your rights to keep that. No, you don't want to let it fall down, right? You want to dust yourself off and get up and hold on to those traditions. So I think that's about my time. If you do get the opportunity, you can catch me on YouTube or TikTok. If you get the opportunity, please like, please comment, because I want you to comment and I'll answer you if I get the opportunity, and subscribe. I'm Big T. Peace.